Okay. Hi, guys. Good morning. This is Jeevita. So today we'll be seeing about interface. Okay. I'm just sharing my screen. Please let me know if you're able to see my screen. Guys,
Jivita.
able to see my screen? It's
Yes.
visible, Jeevita. Okay, I need. Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
Yes,
Shall I go into the topic? Yeah, okay. So today we will be seeing about interface. Okay. So interface is nothing but it's like a contract between a two different system. So if you ask me, like interface is basically like a third party which gives some common guidelines that has to be followed by the other system. Okay, so interface is completely abstract class with empty bodies which gives the framework for the system. I'll explain you. Okay, interface are declared using the interface keyword. All methods in the interface are implicitly public and abstract. Okay, so before going to the next slide, I would like to show you a demo. Then we will go to these slides. That time we will get a clear understanding of what it is. Okay, so, guys, actually, I need a reply from all of you. So, I want this session to be a bit interactive. Okay, shall I go ahead?
yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, I
Yeah, yeah.
want to be a bit interactive. Okay, I'm just start coding along with you guys. So you have to guide me also. Okay. Okay. So I'm here first creating a Java project. Okay. So here I have created one Java project, and I'm going to create a class. So let's say we'll take an example of banking, okay? So which will explain our interface topic clearly. So I'll take this topic as a banking, okay? So and also like I would recommend you guys to use Eclipse shortcuts. So I'm just checklist. So this will create a main class by its own, okay? So here, this is not required. Okay, so here I have created one class with the banking. Okay, so now I'm going to explain into the topic of interface. So okay, now I'm going to create a class of interface. Interface. Okay, I'm giving it as a RBI. Okay, so why I've given it as RBI? So for example, we'll take an example of banking. Okay, so RBI is a terms which gives a guidelines for all the banks. So here our interface is like RBI. RBI as a set of protocols. Here in the coding, I'll term the protocol as abstract methods. Okay, so it has a set of abstract method which will other the other classes to be followed. It will make sure all the protocols inside the RBA should be followed by the other classes. This is what the interface, guys. So void, I'll create two methods: deposit and withdraw. Okay, so these are just abstract classes in the sense they don't require body. I'm just it doesn't require any body. Okay, I'm just framing like two methods: deposit and withdraw. Okay, okay, then I'm just going to create a class. For example, say I'm creating a class called SBI. Implements. For example, say I'm creating a class called SBI, which should implement RBI. Okay, so I'm creating a class which should implement RBI. So if you scroll over here, you're getting an error. It is telling add unimplemented classes. In the sense, what I've told is whatever the class inside the RBA should be implemented in the whatever the class inside the interface should be implemented under the classes. Are you guys clear? Just stop me if you're not understanding anything, okay? If you're not getting it clearly. So shall I go ahead?
Okay. Yes, you can go ahead.
Okay. Guys, please be interactive. Okay. I don't mind getting a noises. It's okay. Don't be on. Please be interactive. That is fine for me. Okay. So okay. So I have just created. Okay. So this class should implemented all the methods inside the interface. Okay. So I'm removing all this comment. I'm aligning it. Okay. So here, if you want, I'll type for our understanding. I'll type it as a SBI withdraw. Here we'll type it as SBI withdraw. Okay. So this one class. Again, I'm creating one more class. So even HDFC also all the back has to follow the this guidelines. Okay, RBI. So even HDFC class also implements RBI. Okay. So again, I'm getting an error. It is telling add an unimplemented classes. Yeah, I'm adding all the unimplemented classes. I'm sorry, method. Okay, guys. So we are done with creating one interface called RBA. So the two classes we created, SBI and HDFC, which has to implement the RBA protocols. Okay. So we created two methods. Now, how we are going to call those methods? Okay. So to call this interface, we are just creating an object. So it is like to the interface RBI. I'm creating an object for SBI. I'm calling it as SBI object. Okay. So I'm created an object. So how to call this? Here. Okay. So I'm creating a method called, so obviously if you know, I guess hope you guys knows, you have to give control S. So you'll get all the methods inside. So obviously you'll get the method called deposit and the other method. Okay. The same way we'll do it for HDFC also. HDFC I'm creating an object. Sorry guys, I guess I'm a bit slow. Okay guys, let us run this. So yes, we got this. Okay. So this is implemented whatever we are written the SBI deposit, SBI withdraw, HDFC deposit, and HDFC. I've typed deposit two times. Okay. Okay, guys. So we got this. Okay. So this is one. Now I have a new called new request. Okay. So RBI is claiming no, everyone should maintain minimum balance. So if I add a method over here, RBI is telling to add, everyone should maintain a minimum balance, say some thousand. Okay. So if I add over here, obviously I'm getting an error to all the classes. So imagine if it is in a larger scale, you can't go and add for all the banks available, you can't go add, so which is not a best practices if you ask me. So for that we can create a new interface. So we can create a new interface. I'm creating a method, okay? Okay, so this is all. So this has to be followed. So here I'm creating a class. Mm, okay, SBI new. So here see, this SBI new should have all the characters of the old SBI. It should have all the methods inside the SBI as well, and also it should implement the new RBI also. So for that, what we can do is I'm getting an help from the inheritance. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just extend the SBI so that I'll get all the methods inside the class SBI to my new SBI. Okay. So here this extends giving you all aware of it. This we are using we use it for inheritance. Okay. So SBI and I'm implementing the new RBI which I've created. I've created in the RBI new. I'm adding all unimplemented classes over here. Okay, let me try it this way. Okay. So here I'm just extending but with the help of inheritance, I'm just extending all the methods inside the SBI to my new class SBI new. Okay. So here I'm typing so minimum balance. Okay. So here I'm just calling this method SBI new. Okay. I'll call this creating a new object, naming it object new, the name of it. So here it is my minimum balance, right? So guys, any doubt on this?
No, Jessica.
Okay.
No, Jessica.
Sure. Okay, guys. So here I implemented this extend class. Okay. So if I run this, I'll get everything. Okay, that means balance everything. I'll get. Okay, this is thing. But see, if again RBI is telling a one new methods, okay, again I can't go and create a new interface. Again I can't go and create a new classes for that. Okay, for that I guess from Java 8 we got a we they have created they helped us by creating a two methods called default method and static method. So what is the difference between a default and abstract method is like default method has its own body. Okay, for example, I'll create one default method. Mm, I'll create one method called okay, I'll create a method called card type. Okay, so what, as I said, no, it has its own body over here in the interface. It has its own body. This is called default method. And after creating a method, see, I'm not getting error over any of the classes. It is not asking me to implement the classes which is not implemented. Okay, so this is an advantage of default method. So here I can, um, okay, I'll do this. Okay. Okay, so this method, I'm just trying it over here whether it is showing me this method. It has to show. Yeah, it is showing me. So I'm not, I didn't implemented this method in HDFC class anywhere if you see me. So but if I get, I'm just getting this method. This is then an advantage of default method, using default method inside the interface.
Jivita, Ambuja here.
Ah, yeah.
I have one questions here. Okay,
Yeah,
so we have created the new interface method of minimum balance, right?
right.
So same thing, minimum balance can we use for default? Can we add in the default method instead of adding new interface?
Yeah, right. Actually, for explanation purpose, I have added it as a new interface. So you want me to add this over here, right? As a default
No.
method, as it is possible.
Okay, okay.
So then there is, so here then I have to comment this part, and I don't need to create this SBI new and RBI new. This is what, as I told, this is an advantage of default method.
Okay, okay, got it. Thank you.
Thanks, yeah. So guys, I guess almost I covered. So guys, is there any question which is related to extents, implements? If you have seen, we all know theoretically, okay, but practically, yeah, even I'm confused during my colleges and all. I'm not aware of it, what interface. So I'm just expecting some questions from you guys. If you have any questions over here,
Jivita, you
yeah,
have created an object for RBI new rate, RBI and RBI.
right.
Why can't we create for SBI and RBI, HDFL?
Yeah, right. Because see, the one point with interface is interface cannot be instantiated. You can't create an object for this classes.
Okay.
That's why I'm going for class creating an object likewise. So whatever you're
Oh,
taking is correct. Usually we will create a class, we will create an object for the classes HDFC object equal to new. But no, when it comes to interface, we have to do this type of instantiate, creating
okay.
an object.
Okay.
Okay, here actually I'm expecting my point. See, one drawback with inheritance is it will not helpful when it comes to the multiple inheritance. That's why we are going for interface. Okay, so if you ask me if I can go with multiple interfaces over here, for example, I can implement. See, I have implemented RBA new, comma the other interface RBA. If it's other interface, yeah, I'll keep on adding by comma comma comma. So it is one of the great advantage of here. Okay, so if you ask me here, I have created an object for RBI new, right? So here we have a class called SBI new, which extends the SBI, right? So I'm just trying to create an object over here. I'll modify this one. So here I'm getting the deposit as well. So guys, here I've created an object for SBI new. Okay, but if you see this deposit method is a method which we are having it in the SBI. So here I'm trying to explain the extends functionality actually. If it is confusing, I'll repeat it again, guys. You got it right. So I'm just creating an object. I'm just calling SBI new. Okay, this method, but this method, if you see over here, it is not having a deposit method. But as I use the word extends and all, so it is extending the other features also. So I've got all the method which is in the SBA as well. I guess I covered everything. Uh, Okay, so if I read all these things now, hope you guys will understand it better. So as I said, interface is the contract between two different systems. Here, this RBI is a different, okay, one system. SBI, HDFC Access, or whatever is a different. You have to think in a large scale. Okay, so RBI shows some guidelines. Okay, guys, you have to ensure this method should be there in your system. So when it actually a disadvantage drawback of interface, if you ask me, is like you should make use of the interface repeatedly. Then only like it will be helpful for us. We have followed this much structure, right, guys? So we should make use of the interface. If you are not making use of the interface in our program, then it is no use of going to interface. So it is completely abstract class with empty body, which give the framework to the system. Yeah, it is completely abstract class, but as I said, they implemented a final and default and static method in
Hello.
8. Sorry, yeah, please.
Yes, Jivita, Kishan here.
Yeah, Kishan.
Actually, there is written interface is complete abstract class,
Yeah, right.
and that means it has only abstract method. All the method in the interface class will be abstract.
Right.
Then but we are using by
Yeah.
default.
Yeah, right. That I have implemented.
Then
See, in Java 8 version, they introduced the default and static method to overcome the limitation and not to break the implementation of the classes. Means, I guess it is full of complete abstract classes. As I said, after later part, very recently, they introduced this default method and static method to overcome the limitation of implementation classes.
okay,
Earlier, it was like full
okay,
abstract
okay,
classes only.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So in Java, interfaces are declared using the interface keyword. If you notice, I have used interface keyword before RBI new, right? So we are declared using the interface keyword. And all methods in the interface are implicitly public and abstract. Okay. To use an interface in your class upon the keyword, yeah, I guess you guys are aware of it. We should use the keyword implements after our class name followed by the interface name. Key points. The class which implements the interface need to provide functionality for method declared in the interface. Okay. So, which implements the interface, right? SBI. Here I'm talking about SBI. It should provide the functionality for the method which is declared in the RBI. For example, as I said, our deposit withdraw, right? So it should implement those functionality in our class. All method in an interface are implicit. Again, I'm repeating it, sorry. An interface cannot be instantiated. Okay. So as I told, interface cannot be instantiated. Okay. So that's why I went for like I'm creating an object for the SBI via RBI. So that is what the format is. Like I have to create, if I want to create an object, I should create like RBI an object equal to new with that class, whatever SBI or HDFC. An interface reference can point to objects of its implementing class. This is what I explained over here. So an interface reference can point to the object of its implementing class. Your implementing classes is SBI. So interface reference kind of object should point to the object of the implementing class because interface cannot be instantiated. An interface can extend from one or many interfaces. Okay, I explained, I guess. Extend from one or many. A class can extend only one class, but implements any number of interface. Okay, so it can extend. Okay, it can extend only one class, guys. I can't go with extends SBI, comma SBI, HDFC and all because multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. So it can extend one class, but at the same time, it can implement many classes. Every method inside, sorry, I'm going for disadvantage. Every method inside the interface should be called under the classes. Yeah, every method should be called under the classes. If not, if it is not a default classes or static classes. Okay. If we add or remove method from interface, it leads to the compilation error for the implement. Yeah, right. So if we are adding or remove the method, so when it think in the larger scale, okay. Now I don't want this card type. It is default. Okay. Now I'm removing this withdraw method over here. Obviously, I'll get compilation error in all the classes. Okay. It is telling you, see, we have to implement it. So when it going for the larger scale, it is a drawback actually. We can't add or remove the methods from the interface. On this I've told. Java 8 version introduced default or static method to overcome the limitation and not break the implementation of the classes. Okay, I guess I'm done with interface. Guys, any question?
No, Jivita.
Okay.
No, Jeeta.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, guys. So, guys, could you do me a favor, okay? Use your creativity and just try writing. Just note it down, okay? Just write interface classes using. I tried with default method, okay? I expected you guys to question me how to use static method, okay? So I'm just giving it for you guys. So just write classes using a static method and also implements using the same implements. Actually, I haven't implemented the RBA future anything in this. Okay, I've just for your purposes I've showed we can do it. So make sure it should implemented the RBA methods also. Okay, so try writing a class using a creativity, guys, and Give it to me on Friday, okay? Take your own time.
Okay.
Fine, guys?
Jeevita, you can stay back, Jeevita.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, Sumit. Sure. Okay, guys, that's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jivita.
Thank you.
వాట్సాప్ లో నేను పంపించింది ఎందుకు ఉండవంట మన రీసెంట్ గా పంపించిన సెల్ లో కనెక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు and Bhagyashree and Umang also there. Do you want to talk of Bhagyashree and Umang?
Sumit, shall I stop sharing it? Sorry, stop recording it?
Yeah, you can stop.
Okay.
Yeah, you can stop.